This episode is all about zooming in with a telephoto. Hi and welcome to SnapShot, the show that's all about taking better photos, taking better video. I'm your host, Denis Rule, and in this episode, it's going to be a little bit different from the previous four because I want to dedicate the entire episode to the new Nikon 300mm f4 lens. This is an amazing lens. I got a couple of days to go out in the field and test it out, and I've got some great sample images to show you. Let's get right into it. So here it is, the Nikon 300mm f4 PF, ED, AF-S, Nano coated, VR, lots and lots of letters there. And the only one that's really new is PF. It stands for Phase Fresnel. It's the type of element that's inside of the lens, and that allows Nikon to cut down on a lot of the weight. It's not new technology by any standards, but what has been a problem with the Phase Fresnel type stuff is it's never been very good for backlit situations. And so I decided to test that, and you'll see that in an upcoming image. And I think the contrast and the clarity was just absolutely amazing. The VR function on this lens, stunning. You have you have 4 stops. And so I was able to hold the lens at a very, very slow shutter speed. And again, you'll see some images of that. So on the side, you've got 3 controls. You've got your manual automatic focus, so automatic with manual override, manual with automatic override, or full manual. And then you have your focus limiter from full or 3 meters to infinity. And then you have your VR mode. Sport, normal, and off. And the sport is for if you were on a moving platform, say on a boat or something, and you had to capture focus and keep that stability, that'll help you out. If you were on a tripod or a monopod, you would, on a tripod, you would turn it off. On a monopod, just the normal will help compensate for any movement that you have. And of course, handheld, again, on the normal would be fine. The balance on this lens is amazing. It's 1 3/4 pounds, and I've been using it with the Nikon D750. Very, very fast, very, very silent focus motor. Very, very impressive there. We'll be talking more about this camera in upcoming episodes, but what I wanted to talk to you about or show you are some of the images that I was able to capture with this lens camera combination. And I have to say that the focus, the acquisition, incredibly fast. The very first day that I got the camera, we went out in the woods, and first photo I took was of this little squirrel. And of course I had to go to the f4 settings on the lens and displaying the settings on all of the photos here. Amazing sharpness in the eyes and the claws, and you can see that the tail goes out of focus very, very quickly. This photo is actually, I'm roughly about 8 feet away from the squirrel, so I'll give you an example. The little bird, the chickadee, I'm a little bit closer. I'm at maybe 6 feet away from him, and really, really crisp, very, very quick, and it navigated through the branches that were in front of me. No issues there at all. A very, very sharp lens, and of course that's at f4 as well. I wanted to do some action stuff, so I went out to a local dog park, and you can see here, this is handheld, and very, very sharp, very crisp. I mean, you can see everything going on in that boxer's face. A lot of emotion there. That guy's having an awful lot of fun. Next, I went out by the airport, and so here's a plane coming in for landing. We're a little bit higher f-stop here, so I wanted to see the absolute sharpness. And again, this is handheld, and you can see exactly all of the crisp detail there in the plane fuselage. Next shot up is of the plane on the tarmac waiting to get onto the runway, and look at the detail. I mean, we see the pilots inside. You can see the exhaust plumes from the jet engines. Very, very cool. So next, of course, no lens test would be complete without doing a portrait. So I went out in the field and put the lens through its paces. So check out this clip. Okay,
right, so the sun is dropping really fast in the horizon, so we're just waiting on our model. So take this opportunity to introduce what we've done to the light here. It's still the Firefly Duet, but this time we've taken off the fabric diffuser, we've put in the beauty dish adapter, and we've put on the grid, so it gives us a more focused light, and we're going to get some very intense light, very rapid fall off. And just to make the shot a little bit sweeter, we're going to use the new Nikon 300mm f4 PF lens. This is the one that everyone's talking about with the nano coating, so it's going to be a great shot. Our sunlight's dropping really fast. We've got Sarah set up, we've got the sun in behind her, so we're going to use that as a backlight. We're going to use the Firefly Duet as our main light. So let's get the shot. We'll get you to stand right over here looking, well, you're going to be looking more towards the camera. So I'm going to step out of frame here because we are using a 300mm lens, because I got to be here. Cool. Right into the look. So I'm going to get you to bring the shoulders right to the light, and shoulders to the light, like this way, into the light. You're going to turn over and you're going to give me a look. All right, Sarah, 1, 2, 3, awesome. Looking good. Okay, so by bringing in the reflector, we're going to get the shadow side of the face. And we're working really quickly here to be able to beat out the fading light. Great job. Turn your head a little bit more towards me. Very intense look. I love it. So there you have it. Quick portrait. You're working fast with the fading light. Thank you very much to Sarah for being a good sport. This is really not how she normally looks. And so it was a lot of fun with the Firefly Duo and the Nikon 300mm lens. What a combination for a portrait.
So you can see from the photos that the sharpness in the eyes, the sharpness in the clothing, the details are very crisp, and again held at 1/40th of a second. Now the flash did come in and help me out here, but the whole idea of the lens, amazingly quick, and I didn't even put the camera in rear curtain sync. This is just in standard mode, so very cool. And you can see the backlight had absolutely zero effect on the contrast in the shot. The only adjustments I made to those shots were just to resize them and sharpen them up, because I did shoot them in RAW. So there you have it. That's the Nikon 300mm f4 lens. Certainly something that's on my wish list now, and I'm gonna really miss it. I have to send it back to Nikon today. So the camera we'll be talking about in future episodes, the D750. It's going to be around a lot, and so we'll have some more detailed stuff on it. But a very impressive camera. I think it's a game changer actually in for what I do. I'd like to thank all of the people who helped me make this episode possible. Don't forget to subscribe and give us your comments below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Check us out on Facebook at SnapShot Show. And don't forget about our website, www.snapshotshow.com. And there we have all the show notes and the high-res photos from today's episode. So with that, don't forget to get out there and shoot lots. Pixels are free. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.